Is that all right? Did that work? Prior to participating in the BSV Hackathon, I was working for a medical record software company. I had been involved in the Bitcoin space for a few years, following especially the evolution from Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash, into Bitcoin SV. I had been looking for a project to kind of dig my hands into for a while. The BSV Hackathon was publicized the year prior when there were a few companies that participated and won pretty substantial prizes. I have two brothers that both helped me with the project. My older brother was actually living with me for a period of 2 weeks at the time. We were pretty much split between either building some form of an online review platform or building like a Ticketmaster competitor. So we actually were divided on which side to do for the hackathon, but they said that there would be a theme that would be announced the day of the hackathon and your project would be evaluated against that theme. The theme was announced that morning, saying that the theme would be micropayments. And we decided, well, we felt that micropayments fit more into the online review platform than some kind of ticketing platform. And from there, we pretty much didn't sleep. We had kids screaming around our house that our wives took care of, and we spent about 48 hours straight, maybe a few hours of sleep in between, developing our project. When we submitted our hackathon project, we had to think of a name. So we'd been kind of sleep deprived for a couple days, and we had to think of some kind of name to submit our project under. So we came up with the name True Reviews really in a sleepy days, and we never really liked it that much, but we figured the whole point that we were trying to get across is we wanted to use the Bitcoin ledger to link real purchases and real consumers to online reviews. So truth and honesty was a big element that we were trying to express with our project. That's where the name came from. We always wanted to rebrand it. So this is Britevue. This is our site. This is our landing page at britevue.com for anybody that comes into the site and pokes around. We give a brief introduction to how you can earn money on the site and what it takes to get started on the website. So any new user that logs in will be redirected to create a Handcash wallet. We try to guide new users into that for anybody that maybe is unfamiliar with Bitcoin or anything like that. When you log into the site, the first thing you're brought to do is answer a survey about your hometown. What is my favorite restaurant? What's my favorite pizza place? We can run these surveys weekly or monthly or however many times that we want, and we can actually start incentivizing users to give us data points about their hometown. And this lets us start to build a database out, and we actually give you 10 cents to get started with on the platform. This has a mutually beneficial relationship because it means that new users can come into the site, earn Bitcoin very easily, which they can then spend on the site. And it also means that we can kind of start bringing in this new paradigm of paying for data. And then when I submit that survey, I'm gonna get paid 10 cents directly to my Handcash wallet. And this means I can start using the site and I can write my first review. And then we can add photos and we can set a paywall. So the paywall is something that is pretty new for our platform, and it allows users to charge for other users to see and interact with their review. And I'll just show you how this paywall mechanism works quite easily. So if I come over and look at some of the recent activity on the site, I can find this review I think is for a Mexican restaurant in Louisiana. And this user is charging 2 cents to purchase the review. So I can just click purchase. The funds are sent directly from my Handcash account to the user. And he's telling me, okay, Taco Tuesday is where it's at for this location. So the next time in Louisiana, I will be sure to visit El Flamingo. And I can upvote or downvote that review. So anytime a review is upvoted, the user is paid, and also other users that also agreed with you are paid as well. We didn't place the top 3 in the hackathon, but we did place a runner-up spot in the hackathon, which we were given a grant of money to essentially go to the CoinGeek Seoul conference in Korea. And As part of that, in Korea, they were doing a Bitcoin Association pitch day. You know, any business could come in and pitch their idea and try and raise money. So we participated in the pitch day in Korea, which ultimately led to us getting fundraising from Calvin Ayre's investment group, which I think completely changed our lives. It changed my life, so it allowed me to work on this full time. It's allowed us to hire people to work on our platform and really iterate a lot more rapidly than we would have otherwise. With Bitcoin, there's a giant user base of people not local to me, and it actually makes you think a lot harder about how you're developing the product. And you know, maybe if you know there's billions of people in the rest of the world, so all because I or the people around me might not find something useful, there's clearly things that people across the globe find useful, and having to prioritize those things is really interesting and quite fun, honestly. I think the changes of making it over several weeks has two effects. It number one means that you don't really have as good of an excuse if the project isn't as polished, and giving them a theme, right? I think a lot of developers sometimes need guidance, and the benefit of the hackathon is that it gives some kind of theme for you to focus on and to compete on. In my few months working with the Bitcoin SV Academy, I've worked on 2 courses. So I helped polish and edit the Bitcoin SV developers course, which I think probably has the most benefit to any developer looking to participate in the hackathon. That developer course is probably the most extensive course I've ever seen about Bitcoin on the internet. It covers just about everything you could possibly want to know, from understanding Bitcoin from a ground level, but then also being able to develop with the existing tools out there in JavaScript. We're working on also introducing new programming languages in the course that you know, if you're not a JavaScript developer, but you might be a Golang developer. The other course that I've been working on is a more basics oriented course. So we're calling it the Bitcoin Basics course. That course is a lot shorter, so it really shouldn't take you more than 3-4 hours to complete. And it covers more of the basic elements of Bitcoin. What we're trying to do at the Bitcoin SV Academy is provide easy coursework for someone who knows absolutely nothing about Bitcoin to come in, learn about it the proper way. I think any hackathon participant should take these courses. It's not easy, but that's by design. So these courses really are developed to be challenging and make sure that you walk away having learned a good bit about Bitcoin. That'll give you an edge against others, right? Anyone that takes these courses will definitely have a leg up, in my opinion. Cut.
It's okay if you want to lie.